before all of that, our vet, Dr. Scott Miller, has been finding more animals who need our help.
And this week, he got roaring right into action when he went to help a pair of lions find a new home here in the UK.
Travelling circuses, they're diverse entertainment shows known for their clowns, acrobats and trained animals. All around family fun for everyone involved, right? Wrong. Many circus animals are ripped from the wild or they're bred for the circus industry, where they're exposed to shocking welfare standards, cramped cages and an inability to be able to roam naturally, which is far from the welfare standards you would expect for these beautiful cats. Life for animals in the circus can be cruel. The cramped living conditions, inhumane training techniques and the constant stress of performing will undoubtedly take its toll on these majestic creatures. Currently, only 19 countries in Europe have adopted a total ban on the use of wild animals in circuses. Scotland was the first country in the UK to ban the practice, with the Republic of Ireland following suit last year. England currently lags behind, vowing a ban by 2020, with Wales and Northern Ireland yet to set a date. I've come to Alacante here in sunny Spain because I've heard about two lions that have been rescued from the circus trade. They're being housed in a sanctuary about an hour outside of town, and I'm heading off to meet them now before they make the long journey to their forever home at the Isle of Wight Zoo. The Primadomus Rescue Facility is the Spanish headquarters of the Animal Advocacy and Protection Foundation, or AAP for short. Once I arrived at the sanctuary, I was greeted by the facility's director, Pilar.
For us, it's obvious that exotic animals are not animals that should be living in a circus way of living, because they cannot display their natural behavior, and this is just because they have been living in a very little places where they have not been able to exercise.
How many animals are you looking after at the moment?
At the moment, we have 26 big cats and 104 primates.
So there's two specific lions that you're rehabilitating here and then rehoming to the Isle of Wight Zoo. How did they come into your care?
Well, these two specific animals, it was a pioneer case in Spain, because it was the circus itself who got in contact with us saying they wanted to donate the animals. Somehow circuses are realizing that when they go to a village, they are just not welcome, and they are themselves seeing that this is not something that they should have in their shows.
Vigo and Kumba, our two rescue lions, have been rehabilitated at the Primadomus facility for nearly 2 years. I went to meet Pablo, their keeper, to find out more. Hello. You are massive.
Well, this guy is Kumba, and the one that we have over there is Vigo. And as you can see, there are two males, but they don't have the mane because when they were young, they were castrated. And, well, actually, not only that, they were also declawed. We're really happy that they're going to Isle of Wight. We know that they're going to take a really good care of them in there, and that they will have beautiful enclosures. But also after, well, in this case, 2 years working with them, is always a little bit of heartbreaking, yeah.
It's time to get these two magnificent creatures into their crates and ready for the 36-hour journey ahead. Okay, jumping on the lion's cage. It took us about an hour to get both lions ready for their upcoming trip. Just putting a lion in a cage, you know, just a normal day at the office. All right, boys, safe travels, and I'll see you on the other side. The lions will head through mainland Spain and all the way through France before taking a quick trip through the Eurotunnel. Upon reaching the UK, they'll be taken to Southampton, where they'll catch a ferry across the Solent before they finally arrive at their forever home, the Isle of Wight Zoo. And that's where I rejoined them after their epic journey. Whilst the lions are getting accustomed to their new surroundings, the zoo's owner and my close friend Charlotte met me at their new sleeping quarters. So once AAP rescued these two from the circus, how did it come about that they actually chose you as the place for their forever home?
Well, we notified AAP last year that we'd lost one of our lions actually to cancer, and that we therefore had some unexpected spare room. And they then assessed which of their cats that they had currently at the centre would best fit the enclosures that we had and the place that we are, and they said, what about these two boys? And they were really, really pleased that they found a good forever home for them.
At the moment, these boys are in temporary sort of housing just to kind of get acclimatised to the Isle of Wight. And then when they're going to be let out,
the animal manager, Charles, will make that call and decide if they can come out later on today. Simi, another ex-circus tiger next door, will be able to see her next door neighbours, and I expect she's going to be quite impressed.
And Simi isn't the only one impressed, as Vigo and Kumba are finally released into their brand new enclosure. After a lifetime in the circus, I know these two will be properly cared for here at their forever home on the Isle of Wight.
Amazing film. Amazing
So beautiful,
film.
animals.
Just hold on for 1 second.
Go on.
What was Scott doing with that tiger? Did you see that moment? This is it. That is. Do you know what he's doing? He's chuffing.
He is chuffing. I've never heard of this before. When we saw that this morning, we asked the team just what on earth he was doing, and they dug this out for us. It's got to be seen to be believed. This is Dr. Scott, our Dr. Scott, talking to a tiger.
Chuffing with a tiger.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I know. I love you too. Yes. Oh, I know. I know. Yes, I know.
That's a chuffing tiger.
That is a chuffing tiger. That's how sweet is that?
So chuffing.
Go on, what?
Chuffing is a non-threatening vocalisation used between two cats who are greeting each other during courting, or simply by a mother comforting her cubs. Yeah. It's common to see captive tigers and snow leopards exchange chuffs with their human keepers in a way to express a greeting or excitement.
Would it work on my cat? If I go,
try and chuff with your cat.
I'm going to try. I'm going to try it. See if it works. If you've got a cat at home, try it and let us know. Anyway, still to come.